Good morning, everyone. It's Mark. Quick Bitcoin update for you this morning. Whether you're brand new or you've been around for a while, you'll pick up something useful here about Bitcoin. I just want to be clear, I'm not a guru and I do not pretend to be. I'm on the journey right alongside you. I'm simply sharing what I'm learning through the Academy. Real education that's helping me better understand Bitcoin, crypto, stocks, and even e-commerce. If you're here because you want to understand Bitcoin a little better, you're in the right place. When I was back in 2017, 2018, it's currently 2025, I was training a client that was a really smart businessman. And at the time, him and his partner were getting into Bitcoin. And he suggested, hey, he was giving me some advice. He was trying to help me out. He said, you should consider buying a Bitcoin. At the time, Bitcoin was under 10,000. It was ranging between 6 and 10,000. Now it's at 94,000, which is about 10 times what it was then. And so ever since then, I've been on this quest to just learn as much as I can about Bitcoin. I have one of my uncles. He says, our family, we know how to squeeze the dollar. Meaning, I just wanted to get the best price. I wanted to buy it at the best price. I wanted to sell it at the best price. So I'm just kind of instinctively looking for best prices anyway of things. So that's what's put me on this journey of studying Bitcoin and trying to get the best prices, because even then, 7 years ago, I knew that, there's got to be a way to just find out when's the best time to buy or sell. And I didn't really understand it, but I've just always been on that quest. And so I started with YouTube, and that's kind of what led me onto this, where I'm at now with the IOVA Academy. And since then, what I've learned is that basically I feel like there's basically three, for me, everybody's different and I'm still learning, but for me, there's basically three different ways to go along with Bitcoin for me. So, and what that means to me is basically I'm buying it for the long term, and volume check. I'm doing it for the long term, so buy and hold. So I'm currently 56 years old. I started a personal Roth IRA. It's not financial advice. At 56 years old, in the USA, we can save up to $8,000 a year, and it's after tax. It's after taxed. So what that means is, so I've already maxed out my Roth IRA for this year. The cap was $8,000. So what that means is I pay tax on the income now. So on the $8,000, that's after tax income. So after taxes. So I take that money, put it into a Roth. It's a personal Roth IRA, not financial advice, just giving you ideas. Now, for me, after 5 years or after 59 and a half, depending on where you start, if you're in your 30s or 20s, your 40s, you're killing it. So, but for me, in about 5 years, I'm eligible to withdraw. Now, I don't necessarily want to, but it's available. It's there. It's no penalty. After 59 and a half, or if you're in your 50s and you start it, you have to wait 5 years before you can withdraw. You can't just, but that was the rule. So I've maxed out. So my point is that it's long-term investing. So you're just buying it and holding for the long term. So I'm 56 years old. So God willing, say I have the best, have you ever heard of the Blue Zones Project? It's a group of people around the world. Look it up. It's online. It's called the Blue Zones Project. And it's a study of popular parts of the world where there's over they have a high percentage of the people who are centenarians, meaning they live to be over 100 years old. So imagine if you did, and there's people that are over 100 that are part of this community. So imagine if that was you. What if you're healthy enough to live to be over 100? So take whatever age you're at now, and of course you want to be financially super duper if you make it to 100. But the thing is say if you had a Roth IRA, and you saved it from whatever age you are now to in your 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, then you can take that income and it's not taxed. That's the beautiful thing about it. Let's just, for round numbers, let's just say you put in $100,000, you saved $100,000 over time into your Roth, and say that turned into $1 million. That $1 million you take out, there's no tax on it because you invested with pre-tax income. Does that make sense? Now, there's another, staying with long-term investing for a minute. There's another, and this is not financial advice, I'm just sharing with you ideas. You can, if you have a business, if you have an EIN number, an employer identification number in the USA anyway, and if it's however your business, you have to talk to your accountant. I've been working this out with my accountant, and you can do a solo. It's a really, I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but it's a solo Roth 401k. So it's a solo Roth 401k. The beauty, look it up, check it out. It's not financial advice, but the beauty thing about this is say if you have a good business, say you make round numbers, say you make $100,000 a year. That's your profit or whatever. And then, or even that's your gross. Say that's your gross. And say you maybe make, $60,000 or whatever after expenses. Then you could put with the solo after the age of 55, the kind of the catch-up rate, you can put up to, and so it depends on how much you have available to put into it. But in 2025, we can put up to $76,500 into a solo 401k Roth. The beauty thing about that is you say you was able to do the whole contribution, 76,000. I think it's either 75, 76,000. So you could do the whole contribution, but you would pay taxes on that now. You pay taxes, personal income taxes on that income, but you're saving it into your 401k Roth. So you can, it's much bigger contributions than just the personal Roth. Does that make sense? So just to kind of summarize on the 401k solo Roth, it's the beauty of, you have to in the USA, you have to have an EIN number, but then you can contribute up to about 70, depending on your age. It's higher. It's basically higher contribution limits. So that's the idea. With a personal Roth, depending on your age, between 7,000 and 8,000, you can contribute up to. But with a business solo 401k Roth, you can contribute much higher limits, or depending on your age, around even 75 to 76,000 per year in 20. So that's just money that's getting saved that's going to grow tax free. So that's the point I'm trying to get across. If you have any questions on that or thoughts, please let me know. So getting back to the three basic ways that I'm looking at me just alongside of you into this journey with Bitcoin is there's the long-term approach. So that's my long-term approach. So I'm saving and I'm saving in my savings and my investings, a percentage of that going into Bitcoin for the long term. Because from the research that I've done, I feel like, it's not financial advice, but I feel like the potential of Bitcoin is to at least 10x from here. So at some point, And then there's thoughts that it can even go well above 1 million. Some people proclaim 10 million of Bitcoin, but it's going to grow. So a lot of I feel like, to me, not financial advice, I feel like over the next 10 years, my goal, my hope is to get a 30 to 60% return annually. That's just what I'm speculating. It's not financial advice. That's my speculation based on my research, but that's why I'm saving and investing there for the long term instead of just into a basic high yield savings account. And I do other investments too, but that's my formula for the Bitcoin. So to summarize the different 3 basic ways that I'm looking at with Bitcoin alongside of you is there's a long-term approach. So I'm just thinking long-term, buying and saving long-term, may never even sell it, may just pass it down to family after. But buying and holding for the long term, not selling, and just long-term holding Bitcoin. But then there's 2 other ways that we can maximize Bitcoin too. So it's not just that. So we can do what's called swing trading, and we can do what's called scalp trading. So swing trading is basically, okay, now this is let's just take a quick look at what's going on here. This is Bitcoin over the last 3 years, okay? So right now we're at April 28th, 2025, almost July. This is going to be July coming up in a couple months. And back here we have, let's see here, April, July right there. See, it's this April, July back here. This is where we're at back here, April 20. This is 3 years ago. From here to here's 3 years in time, right? What you see on the screen is a line. It's called a line chart. Now, when you open up your screen, if you're learning this yourself, you come over here and see this button right here. It's going to be right over here. See how it highlights, drops down. We can take a look at Bitcoin on a line chart. We can use different things called halo candles, bars. My top 2 are line and candles. Specifically Heiken-Ishii candles I like, but these are good candles right here, because the candles, once you learn how to read candles, even basic candles, the candles actually can tell us a story. So the candles tell us a story, whereas just a line chart does not tell the story. But it is a little cleaner to look at. But the candles, once you learn how to read the candles, they can really tell a story. Like, for example, look at this one candle right here. You can see here we got a big push up and then a big rejection right here, and then it started going down from here, right? So that you can see that on a candles, but you can't really see that on a line chart. Just a little bit more. The line chart, I don't want to overstate some things that might be complicated, but there's a difference between the line chart and the candle chart. The line chart is like that. And then the candle is like that. So each right here, each candle is 1 week in duration. So that's 1 week. That's 7 days, 7 days, 7 days. Each candle in this case is 7 days. So we can choose to look at it from candles or line or whatever. And then we can choose to look at it from different time frames. 1 week, 1 day, 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, depending on what you're looking for. And so I found that the people that I've been alongside with, other people, everybody has different trading styles. And so ideally, you just got to discover and see what's your trading style. It just takes education, looking, going at it, help with that, like a child's in curiosity and enthusiasm. But we talked about position trading. Okay. In regards to position trading, I'm always looking for when's a good time to buy, because do we want to buy here? Would you want to buy up here at 103,000? Would you rather buy down here at 78,000? So you're going to get up and down. So that's why I feel like it's helpful to know where's good places to buy. So, but right now we're setting at 94,863. That's where the price of Bitcoin is right now. And so what do we do now? So that's the thing. So let's break it down. This is on the weekly chart. Let's take a deeper dive into the smaller time frames. Okay. This is on the daily time frame. Each candle now that we looked at, that last candle, the weekly, this is all 1 week right here. This is all 1 week of candles. Each candle now is on the daily, the 1 day time frame. So you can look at it. We started out, when I do my research, I like to start really zoomed out, 1 week, even 1 month sometimes, and look at the big picture, and then zoom in, and I'll zoom in all the way. I don't necessarily go down to the 1, 3, and 5 minutes, but I'll zoom down to the 15 minutes. And then if I'm really looking for micro entries or exits, I'll use the 3, 5, and 1 for scalp big time. But for right now, I'd say for swing trading, I really look a lot at the 1 day and the 4 hour. And then to get my best entry, I might look at the 1 hour for swing, right? For swing trade. What's a swing trade? It's about, for me, it's a few days to even a few weeks of being in a trade. A scalp trade to me is like minutes, hours, same day. It could be 3 hours, could be 15 minutes, could be 12 hours, could be 18 hours. You just playing with what you got. This right here, each candle is 1 day. So we look here, we have some strong support and resistance levels right here, really prominent. You can see, and this is from the system. So say if we were in the academy together, you would be using this tool, Levels, which is a great tool. And it has right here, you have the bulls and the bears. So you come over here and click the bulls and the bears. And then it gives you good levels, right? So ideally, now we may not come back down to 85,000 for buy. That's the thing. We don't know if we're going to get that opportunity or not. But right now we're at a big resistance level. Look, see all this red says, well, boom, it's really for the last 7 days, it's been curving and kind of hitting that resistance. Now we're going to break up and break through, or are we going to go down? So I'll show you a couple examples of what could happen. It could do something like that. All right. Or you could do and break out. Right? It could do that. So that's the thing we have to watch. So if you wait too long to buy, you might really miss out. And the next thing we're over 100,000, and we're trying to, a lot of us that are alongside of each other doing it right now, we're trying to accumulate as much as we can, because once this, and hopefully we'll get better prices, but once we get up over 109, 119,000, it's going to be hard to accumulate as much as I want to. I have a goal that I'm working on achieving. So I'd like to keep the price a little low right now and have more time to accumulate. So that's the name of my game. I'm doing it for the long term and for swing. But now let's look at swing. So if you're gonna swing trade, but if I'm for swing trading, look at this resistance we have right here. We have a strong resistance between right here, say 96,000 to 97,000. It's a big time resistance. So it's a good place to take profits, is what people call it. So say you're already, like I'm in a swing trade right now, and I have taken profits right here. But this is definitely a good place to take profits, or you can do what's called you can go short, which means, trying to grab this word here. So going short means we can profit when the price goes down. So you can go short, say in the red, and as the price goes down, you're increasing your profits. Or you can go long, like so a lot of us are long right now because we took this trade right here, right? And then you can take profits. So it's called taking profits as you go up. But if you think the price was going to resist this range and going to go down, you could go short. It's not financial advice, but those are just the options. Some things to think about. So let's break it down a little bit more. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. See, I feel like it's like, it's hard. It's so hard to say, but we are currently ranging at a strong level of support for swing trades. So I am actually accumulating personally right now, accumulating, working as hard as I can and profiting as much as my business and saving as much as I can into Bitcoin because we're just at a strong level of support. At some point, it's going to break out, I feel. It's not financial advice. We can't really predict. Nobody really knows. We're all speculating when it's going to break out. So that's the idea is to just, a popular strategy is dollar cost averaging. So you just average yourself into the market. You just like every day, every week, every few days, you buy into it consistently. So it depends on how your income is set up. But that's just a dollar cost averaging and something to consider. If you don't know about it, look into it. And another thing too is when it comes to Bitcoin, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. So say the price of Bitcoin is 94,800 right now. This is our strong level of support, 4-hour level of support. Then you can buy $100 worth. You can buy $10 worth. You can buy $1,000 worth. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. So say you want to invest $100 into Bitcoin. You just buy it. You can, go to one of the popular exchanges and you just set up your bank account and you just buy it. It's so simple. But don't let the price of it scare you because if it goes to a million from here, your 100 goes from 100 to 1,000. It's still a 10x. So whether you put in 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 or 10 million, if it goes up 10 times, it's gonna 10x. That's the idea. So I hope that makes sense. So on the swing, I'm accumulating right now. I'm not shortening anything or going short right now myself. But let's go down dig a little bit deeper. See if we can find any other zones of interest. This is a level on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, kind of represents what we've been talking about. See, this is a level on the 30-minute time frame. We are testing this level. We actually broke through it, but it didn't close. See that when I mentioned earlier about how candles tell a story, right? Candles tell a story. Look at this. So right here, look at this candle. It pushed up. And see this pin? See that little pin right there? During this 30-minute time frame, it went from 94,800 all the way up to 95,280. But at the end of the 30-minute, it went back down to 95,232. So you can see that and then it closed. And then it went to this candle. Then it went down. It started this 30-minute time frame was at 95,230. It went all the way down to 95,028. But at the end of the 30 minutes, it went back up to 95,125. See how it works? Then you went over here to this candle, the next 30-minute time frame. It went up. The price went up to 95,173. At the end of the 30-minute time frame, it was at 94,943. And then the next 30-minute time frame. And in this 30-minute time frame, it went up to 95,050. And at the end, it went down to 94,778. And then the next one, can you see? And the pin and the candles, they really shape and tell a story. So once you see it, it's like learning a whole nother language. But we are obviously at a very nice support for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and even through here for the last few hours, we have just been hovering right here, just hovering right around this 94,700, 94,000, or 95,000. So this is 300 range. We've just been really hovering, actually bigger range than that. So 95,200, 94,000. So it's a pretty big range. So it ranges, see how much it can range just within a few hours. So it's ranging from not just say 94,500 ranged all the way up to 95,200. It's amazing the price action that we get. So as an investor and as a trader, you can really learn to appreciate it. So I hope that makes sense. So let's break it down a little bit further. Let's just show you what it gives us on the other time frames. 15-minute time frame, which is I love the 15-minute time frame for scalping. It's a pretty solid level. So we obviously have a very solid level of resistance here. Look at this. This big red bar at the top right here. This is our 15-minute resistance. And it's going to take a big push, I feel, to get over that. So we're kind of really testing and being tested right now. So we'll see. We'll play it out. So it's really fun to watch and speculate and invest and trade and do it alongside each other. So we help each other. We educate with each other. So that's the 15-minute time frame. I'm not going to go on the smaller time frames. Let's go. Let's take a look at my other favorite tool called Swipe Coin. Zoom out a little bit. Let's see here. So this is a line chart again. Let's see here. Let's go back to the week. We're going to zoom out. This is another tool from the IM Academy. It's an AI-driven app, and the blue line is the price line. So the blue line is the price line. The green and the red is a tool called Super Trend. Now, Super Trend tells us when the market is buying or prices going up, and it tells us when the market is selling when the price is going down. So you can see, what are we doing now? What are we doing? We're buying, right? It's green. We're in a buying on the weekly time frame anyway. It can be different on the different time frames. So let's start zooming in on this. We're buying, okay, right here. And I use the line chart. The candle chart doesn't work as well with the super trend, so the line chart, that's why we're doing the line chart. So look at this on the daily. This is the 1 day time frame. But see, we're for April 28th. This is 10 days ago, from here to here. Now, another reason I feel like we might get rejected around here is because a lot of what I've learned is that a lot of the best price action of Bitcoin is done within 10 days. And we have been pumping for 10 days. So from 8 or even 20 days, it looks like. So we'll see. I'm still learning too. But April 8th is 20 days later. This is 20 days. That's right, 20 days. Look at this. It's obviously upward momentum, right? And it's green the whole way through. We've been buying for 18 days. It's been in the green. So it's probably going to turn red at some point. This is on the 4-hour time frame. Now this yellow line right here, this is the moving average line. The fact that it's above the yellow line tells us that we're in a bullish scenario or a buying scenario. When it gets below the yellow line, that's when it's in the bearish scenario. Let's keep zooming down, or from the 2-hour time frame. Let's look at the 1 hour. I'm going to get it down to the 15 minutes. This is the 1 hour. What's been going on for the 1 hour? 30 minutes. Oh, we're red on the 30 minutes. See, it's trying to start selling. Red on the 15 minutes. Oh, then it turned green. See, we're actually on the 15-minute time frame. One of my educators from the academy said that when you're right here when you're hovering, look at this, hovering on this yellow line. See how it hovers right there? It broke through, it broke up, it broke through, it broke up. We're hovering on that yellow line. That means it's very indecisive. It's not clear on its direction. So that's the fun thing about watching that. Now, if I had just got down to the computer and I was going to set up some scalping zones, this is how I would do it. And this is how I'm doing it with you. Let's see here. So we're looking for touch points. So this is a strategy from one of the educators. So see how we have this is actually, let's just zoom it in. Okay. So see how it's this line, a touch point. See, it's probably, let's see here. See how it's a touch, 1, 2, 3 touches. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 1, 2, okay? And then let's come over here. Now we got more touches. 3, 4, really tight. 5, so we got at least 5 touches. So that's a good scalping zone in my book. So if I was going to scalp, I'm short. If I was going to scalp short, not financial advice, I would probably set my zones up here around the 95, 100 to 95, 200 for a scalp, right? Scalp short. If I'm going to set a scalp long, I would set it in this zone range here, 94,400 to 94,500 potentially. But then if we lost, that's the thing, is there's a few things you watch out for. Let's see if I pull up a teaching tool. So you can go here. Right, that's an option, right? So you would scalp short there, so take your profits there. That's one thing. That's how they do it. This is another option. What if we broke up? So we can go now this resistance, it's called resistance. I'm not going to type it right now. It's called resistance. We broke it's a potential idea. Not saying that it's going to happen. I'm just speculating some things. If we could break through, now it becomes support. See, it's supportive now, and then we break out. That's a breakout trade, right? That's just one thing that could happen. So there's lots of opportunities, but right now what we do is we learn to, on the scalp, is we learn to put Bitcoin inside a box. So see how we have it right inside of a box? And we can trade it right inside the box, whether it stays in the box. Ideally, a lot of what's called breakout traders is they don't trade the box. They'll wait till it breaks out that way or breaks down that way. So, but right now you can see that we're definitely indecisive because we're hovering right on that middle yellow line. I'm going to share with you one more tool as we wrap it up on swing/scalp trade. Benefits of being part of the academy is you get thrown out ideas. Now, this is an idea from yesterday, so it's too late to do it now, but I'm just sharing you. This is the kind of stuff we get access to from the teachers and you can choose to follow or not. What I like to do is get the idea and then look it up and make sure it matches up my research. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But you can see right here, they gave us an idea, and I'll just share it with you like this. It's not a good idea anymore. This is from yesterday. It's too late. Don't take this trade. But this is how it works. So that they give you a pair, Bitcoin USD. Time frame, H1 is 1 hour. Idea is the leverage idea, meaning it's like a scalp trade. Idea bullish, meaning the price is going to go up. And then they give you suggested entries, a suggested entry 1 and a suggested entry 2. And then sometimes the trade doesn't go our way, and it's called an invalidation level. That's where you set your stop loss. That way you lose the least amount of money. But then if it goes our way, we have an idea for an exit 1, exit 2, exit 3. So let's just see how this plays out on the level. So that suggested entry 1 was 93,313. Well, let's go to swipe point. Let's look at levels. Okay, I love levels. Let's see. 93. Oh, here we go. 93. Oh, yeah, this was it right here. So they were. Ooh, I don't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, this is it right here. The blue, this level right here. Let's see, I'm looking for a tool. Circle. Okay. So that was the area of the suggested entry. See right here, this is from the educators. They give us ideas on how to trade. This was a trade from yesterday. It's too late to take this trade. I'm just sharing with you how we get ideas, and you could have it too if you were alongside with us. So the suggested entry 1 was 93,313 to 92,895. So let's see. Wow. Oh, no. Let me see it again. Let me check it again. 93,313. 93. Okay. So 93. Okay, my bad. Let's see here. I'm going to change this. Come on, I'm trying to grab the circle. Here we go. Okay, so 93,313. So it was really all this right here. That was the entry zone. So you got the idea, and then you set your orders. How it works is they give us the idea, and if you like it, you set up an order. You go to your exchange, and you type in an order. So maybe say we're here. So this is what the chart looks like. And then you set up your orders. You place your order before it happens. Sometimes it gets hit, sometimes it doesn't. So you set your order. In this case, you would have set an order, and this has already happened, so you can't do it. This was an order for yesterday, but in this case, you go to your exchange and you place an order, a buy order for 93,313. And if you want to, another one at 92,895. If it hits, you're golden. You're off. In this case, because a lot of us that had taken that trade has obviously it's been working out, because now we're at 94,769. So we have these 3 tools: the levels, swipe coin, and my swipe coin. This is where they give, and it's all kind of leverage ideas. If you leveraged on Sol, we got one today. Bitcoin was yesterday. Aave, Bitcoin, XRP, Bitcoin, XRP, Bitcoin. So that's these are some of the ideas you're getting to trade off of, and then you can go study them yourself in the apps. You can collaborate with me and other people on the team, and we'll just grow together so we can learn to position trade, scalp trade, swing trade, everything. But I'm going to leave us on the 15-minute time frame. We're inside the box. This is the swipe coin. This is super trend, which is telling us that we're currently selling. See how it's red? We're currently selling, right? And if you have any topics you would like me to address in this regard, please let me know. But I do just want to be clear, I'm not a guru and I don't pretend to be. I'm on the journey right alongside you. I'm simply sharing what I'm learning through the Academy. Real education that's helping me better understand Bitcoin, crypto, stocks, and even e-commerce. So if you're here because you want to understand Bitcoin a little better, I feel like you're in the right place, so we can go right along side by side. So my goal is to do a market update every morning, Monday through Friday, before the general markets open. So before 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in information about the Academy, you can give me a call. My phone number is inside the description of the video. I'm a real person. He's call away. Give me a call. Let's talk. I'd really like to meet you because we're looking for other like-minded people just like yourself. And if you don't have any questions and you have enough information to make a decision, the link to join the Academy is inside the description of the video. You might have to copy and paste it or just maybe click, but either way, it's inside the description of the video. And if you have any questions, let's connect. If you are going to join, either way, I want to connect with you. And let's get on this journey together. As the good book says, iron sharpens iron. And so one person sharpens another person. So we can be iron together. We can sharpen each other. So people helping people. All right, be blessed. And remember, I'll leave you with my quote for the channel. It's health is wealth. So without our health, that's it doesn't matter how many Bitcoins or gold or stocks or funds we have or whatever. If we don't have our health, it's our health is wealth. Just think about that. Health is wealth. So health is wealth. Cash flow is king. We used to say that cash is king. Well, now a mentor of mine, I learned that cash flow is king. Not just having cash on hand, but having cash flow, that income. Which speaking of that, if this is something you're passionate about, the company will pay you to refer people. So if you want to build a subscriber base like I'm doing, you can have increased cash flow. And it's a great time to do it now because I'm around a bunch of people every day, and I'm so surprised how little people are even curious about this yet. So I feel like we're so early, and so you could build up a nice subscriber base and increase your cash flow if you're interested. So health is wealth, cash flow is king, cash is queen, and credit is freedom. I'll say it one more time. Health is wealth, cash flow is king, cash is queen, and credit is freedom. Be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye for now.